This is the Business Experience Show, where we connect those who want to know more about digital marketing, social media, and business strategy with entrepreneurs who are succeeding in today's marketplace. Follow our blog, join our online network, or connect with us at thebusinessexperienceshow.com. And now, your host, Lisa Caprelli.
Hi, I'm Lisa Caprelli. Also here with me is Brian Gapps. Our next guest is an entrepreneur who has proven she's willing to do whatever it takes to make her business a success, including waking up with the chickens and swimming with the sharks. Welcome the creator of ShowNo towels, Shelly Ehler.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, Brian.
Hi. How and why did you come up with the product ShowNo towel?
Well, I'll tell you, I was at the pool with my sons. I've done this many times, where I go to the pool with them, and it's time to change into their dry clothes. And, I don't, want to keep them covered up and, not expose them at the pool in public. So I take my towel, like a regular towel, and wrap it around them, sort of like a tent.
Right.
And one day I'm doing that. I'm holding the tent for my older son, and my younger son wanted to be his turn. And he was like, as I'm holding the tent for my older son, my younger son goes, Mom, when's it my turn? When's it my turn? And in a minute, and it's, Mom, when is it my turn? When's it my turn? In a minute. And it got to be so frustrating that I thought, I wish there was something I could just put over both of them and they could change on their own, and I didn't have to hold anybody's tent.
Right. And that's a famous mom story, is doing that, is covering up, and everyone goes through this little awkward moment with kids and, exposed maybe for half a second.
Right. But it's one of those moments, too, when I looked around the pool and I saw other moms either holding towels for their kids or other kids just naked. It's like some people just cover and some people don't. And I thought to myself, gosh, it's so simple. Why isn't there something that you could put over your kids to change them?
Like, why didn't I think of that?
And then I just started thinking of things with straps and different ideas. And that night I slept on it, and I really shot out of bed about 4 a.m. And I literally sat up and I said, oh my gosh, if I took a towel and just put a slit in it, I could put it over their head and it would cover their front and their back.
Right.
And the first thing I thought, honestly, was, is it brilliant or stupid? It's so simple. I mean, it seems like it's brilliant, but then I thought, someone's got to be doing this. This is too simple.
Right.
Start Googling it right away. I couldn't believe it wasn't out there.
What did you Google? What words?
I started Googling poncho towel, things of that such.
Right.
And I came up with towels with hoods on them, but nothing without a hood and nothing with just a simple slit in it.
I really have to throw one in my son's sports bag, because that's the biggest time he has that problem, is when he's changing, we're running around and then he's got to change into his sports clothes, and that's a great spot for it.
Right. And I'll tell you what was funny is when I came up with it, definitely the initial concept was that to be a changing towel. But once the kids started using them, I realized it's a bath towel. This is the best bath towel. Right. Because when the kids get out of the bath, young kids don't know how to dry off. They don't know how to manipulate a big towel.
Right.
Kids go from like a little hoodie towel with the little hood, a ducky and a bunny kind of towel, to a big towel. Mm-hmm. And they don't know what to do with it. So when they're 4 and they're 5, mom and dad still take them out and they dry them off and they wrap them up. But with the ShowNo, they can grab it, throw it right over, dry themselves off. And so that's what makes it, it's not just a kid's product, it's a mom and dad's product. It's a parent helper, it really is.
Right. I'm glad you're sharing with us all these ideas on how to use your ShowNo towel. Your Today Show appearance ultimately got the attention of a Shark Tank casting director and an invitation to try out for that show. Tell us about that.
It did. It was real exciting. I sent the towels to the Today Show, and a couple months later, I got a phone call from them, and they said they were doing a segment on moms with good ideas.
Oh, my God.
And I just flipped. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. And about 5 days after that, I heard from a casting director of Shark Tank and who said, this is a great idea. You should come down. We're having an open casting call.
Did they like you more than the towel, because you are darling, just like on TV? I mean,
oh, thank you.
Yeah. Did they also did they buy into you besides the towel?
I think so. Actually, Robert Herjavec said that.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not so crazy about the product. I like you. And I kind of went, well, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll accept that. At least you don't hate me and hate my product.
Right.
But I think so. You know what? I think they were very nice to me.
Yes.
And I have nothing but nice things to say about all of them. It was such a great experience while I was in there. People had said, were you so afraid? Were they mean to you? Like, they really weren't. But I think when you go in and you are just kind and humble,
Yes.
and you speak from your heart,
Yes.
then that's what you're going to get back. You go in and you're arrogant and kind of jerky, and
Right.
maybe that's what you get back.
And
so.
and I've seen all the Shark episodes with my son. We just love watching them. And then when it came on TV on the Shark Tank that you were local in Ladera Ranch, I'm like, oh, she's from here, so it's fun. It's neat how we all take pride because you live locally.
Yeah, thank you.
And you've become known as much for your background story as for your product.
True.
Right. And it sounds like the right combination of the right product, a good story, obviously a good pitch, and a bit of good luck mixed with persistence.
Yeah, and faith.
Mm-hmm. What is your business background, Shelly?
I don't have much of a business background,
Okay.
Lisa. My husband and I owned our own printing business for 15 years. We lived up in Ventura County, and I helped him run that business. But for the most part, I was an elementary school teacher. I taught second grade for several years, and then when my oldest son Max was born, he's 11 years old, I became a stay-home mom. Mm-hmm. And several years ago, I went back to school as a substitute teacher. And I don't have a lot of business experience. So when I came up with this idea, and I shot out about it 4 a.m, and I said, I come up with this idea, and the name popped right out at me too. I said, it's a changing towel, it's a poncho, it's a ShowNo, and I'm getting so excited about the whole thing. And I'm thinking, is this silly? Is this? And all of a sudden, it's amazing how all of a sudden the voice in my head, my ego starts talking.
Well, you say you didn't have business experience, and you are on the Business Experience show.
right.
I had to say that.
Right.
Well, you certainly do now. It's been a stellar year for you.
It's been a great year.
And you actually were one of the pitches to get a deal on Shark Tank. And the sharks often talk about betting on the person as much as the product, and especially in your case. So it is a real credit to you, who you are, that you've gotten this far. But your business really depends on who you are, because after the cameras are off, ShowNo still only succeeds through your continuous efforts.
True.
Yeah,
true.
so.
Very true. It's what you do with it after you leave that studio. Clay Newbill, the executive producer of the show, he said to everyone, he says to you before you pitch, listen, if you get a deal on the show, you haven't won the lottery. I mean, this is very, that's the truth. Because I think sometimes a lot of people, the general public, just sort of thinks that. It's
like you just have to show up and then there's no work to come.
Right. If you get a deal, that's where the real work really starts. You're not handed anything.
Right.
And I'd had people email me say, well, you're so lucky you've gotten handled this. Oh, I haven't gotten, no.
So what does hard work mean to you with that statement?
Well, you know what? I live hard work every single day. And it's all I know. I'm grateful for it. Hard work to me is being able to take a hit and get back up. Because as an entrepreneur, you take a lot of hits.
And you don't have downtime to be down.
No.
Right?
No. So it's about being resilient and about getting back up, and not just getting back up, but getting back up stronger.
Right.
And every time I take that hit, I do get back up stronger. So I'm proud of that.
And the power of mass media is incredible. Yet your TV appearances have not come without a cost because of time constraints and editing. A TV show controls and can alter your product marketing message.
It's true.
And so you sort of give up that control a little bit, and it's often not the direction you're going in necessarily.
It's true. I feel like that sort of happened a little bit on my episode. I feel that the Shark Tank really portrayed my product as a changing towel. As a changing towel, it's sort of seen as more seasonal, and I get that. I went on while I was in the Shark Tank to tell the story how it actually is a bath towel, an everyday bath towel, a towel that kids can use every single day of the year and isn't seasonal, and that part was completely cut out.
So we can correct that right now. Tell us about the incredible versatility of the ShowNo towel.
Right. Well, I like to say it's 4 towels in one. It's a beach towel, a bath towel, a cover-up, and a changing towel.
That's a great slogan.
Yes. And that's really what it is. And that's what. And I've had people ask me all the time, "Are you going to put a hood on it?" And I'm not, because they make hooded towels, and without a hood, the ShowNo lays completely flat. So you can use it as a beach towel. You could lay it on the sand. You could lay it. The slit closes and once it lays down.
Plus, it's very unique. When you take it somewhere, like, thank you, Al, she was so kind to bring us some for me and Brian, which is, do people recognize it? Like, that's the ShowNo towel.
They do.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun now. It's neat to see people when we're at the pool or at the beach.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and I've had my nephews had people come up to him. Oh, what are you wearing? Is that ShowNo towel?
It's got that distinctive collar. I mean, you
Yes.
could have easily just seamed that up somehow differently, but it's got that nice trim on it, and I think you use that opportunity to brand some of the ShowNos.
That's when I came up with originally I just came up with a decorative trim.
Right.
And then the idea popped in my head, if I could get the name of water parks, swim schools, if I could put people's brands on here, they could sell it as souvenirs. They could use it as marketing for their companies.
That's a great idea.
And then it's a win-win for everyone, right?
Right. I know you also have a company I want to talk about, allblownup.com. This is a fun idea. Tell our listeners about it.
Oh, thank you. I love this company. This company fills me up with so much joy. My husband and I run this company, and basically we make cardboard cutouts. And so we like to say that if you can't make it to the big event or you don't want to go, then you can send your stand-in. And you can send a life-size, either full-size or half-size cutout of yourself.
That's great.
To a party. And anywhere it goes, it's literally the life of the party. You are the life of the party.
So now everyone's taking pictures with it.
Everyone's taking pictures with it.
That's a great idea.
And playing with it and getting crazy with it.
And this came as a result of you not being able to attend 2 events at once, right?
Yes. I had a wedding. I had 2 weddings on the same day.
Oh,
of
God,
people I
that's-
was super, super close with, and it broke my heart. So I had my husband take a picture of me all dressed up in the wedding outfit. And
Okay, I want one of those for when I can't be doing the show. Allblownup.com. I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Yeah. It's
love
radio.
It is so funny. And what was neat
And then
is
people keep it forever. You can't throw it away.
It is just the kind of response we get from people is just hysterical. It's so much fun.
And you got on the Today Show once again with that product as well.
We did. So the same people that put me on the
Right.
first time, I used that same connection and said, hey, I've got a great idea for a Christmas present.
Right.
If you can't make it home for the holidays, send your stand-in. And Bobby Thomas of the Today Show said, I love it. So she brought it on to Hoda and Kathy Lee.
Right.
And they went nuts over it. And our business really got a great
See, I told
spike.
you, it also is you. You have that brand face to things, so who knows what else will come your way.
You just don't know.
Your do-it-yourself marketing efforts have really paid off for you in some big ways.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for others seeking financial backing or media opportunities about getting their pitch right?
Well, getting your pitch right, I think really the pitch comes from your heart. And I think it's all about speaking from a genuine space.
Right.
I think that people can tell when you aren't sincere and you aren't being genuine. So that to me is the key to the pitch. It's like when you dig deep and you connect with your spirit and you let your truth come straight through you and you speak with passion and purpose, it's felt.
Yes.
It's felt. It's not just heard. It's one thing about being heard. It's another thing about being felt.
That's very true.
When you're felt, that's where the magic happens.
But in order to do that, you must have a product that you really love.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And honestly, my 2 products, my ShowNo towel and my cutouts, I am so passionate about. And so it's easy for me to talk to people about. It's easy for me to sell them. I love it. I love it. I know it with every single cell of my being that these are great, great products. And I just really connect with them.
Obviously, your TV appearances have become a big part of your conversation these days. And much like we are building a fraternity or business network of people who have been involved with the Business Experience Show, I know you have a bit of an online support group with other TV entrepreneurs sharing your trials, tribulations, information, and resources.
I do. That's been the greatest thing for me throughout my this journey, especially my Shark Tank journey. I've connected with so many incredible people from the show, and not just from the show, but also just other entrepreneurs. We're part of some Facebook groups and this and that, and we all help each other. To me, that's what it's all about. It's not about I'm not going to be a success when I'm a success. I'm a success when all my friends are a success as well. We hold hands together. We work together. We network. And we are pushing forward together. We look forward and we look up. And that's the only way to go.
And
but I'm not doing it alone.
Very sincere and everything. You have it all.
Oh, thank you.
Shelly, you really have become a voice for small entrepreneurs who deliver through passion and authenticity, and you're a natural on TV and radio. And have the motivational or public speaking engagements started to roll in yet, or is that an undiscovered gem?
You know, that is actually, so I love doing that type of stuff. I really, really love motivational speaking, and I'm available, and I actually do a bit of motivational speaking now, and I speak at universities and in different various women's events and things like that. So if you know, I love doing that type of stuff. Thank you for saying that.
Shelly, I think you have a great product, and so did the Shark Tank people. It's simple, it's useful, and it's versatile. Listeners, please visit ShowNo, it's ShowNo.com, and look at this wonderful product. Buy it for yourself or a friend. Shelly, thank you so much for coming in studio to share your business story and your advice with our audience. Remember, ShowNo.com, and is that also allblownup.com? Are
Yes,
they linked together?
Allblownup.com. They aren't linked together.
Okay. To learn more about our guest or to reach any of our guests today, go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. Last words of advice for our listeners about following their heart.
I'll tell you the best advice that I give to everyone that asks me is, listen, get quiet. You get quiet and you hear that voice within. And that voice within will guide you. It's the voice of your heart. It's the voice of your soul. It will guide you to your purpose. You get quiet. You follow that voice. Block out the voice of your head and follow the voice of your heart and faith. It'll take you anywhere you want to go.
For more information about Shelly's ShowNo towels, just go to ShowNo.com. You've been listening to the BusinessExperienceShow.com. Follow our radio blog on Twitter. We'll follow you right back. We'll be right back you're listening to the Business Experience Show on Angels Radio AM 830 KLAA. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, Lisa.
Philosophy number 40. Be memorable.
Advertising is everywhere, and with so many messages, how do you make your brand memorable? Evoke an emotional response to connect with your audience. Make your prospects feel something, whether they laugh or cry or simply smile. An emotional twist is the difference between your brand being top of mind or just one in the crowd.
Be memorable. From Orange Label Art and Advertising. Generating thriving brand leaders. Orange